Hi there. I wanted to take the time today as we head into this week of really tapping into our authenticity and community to go over who our lineup of powerhouses for this Powerhouse 2014 Summit. And I just recorded mine, so you should have that on the page of that recording. So please, head over to, if you're not already subscribed to the summit, head over there. And the other thing that you can do is you can go to ashastories.com slash summit schedule, and you should see everybody's schedule there and the links to the videos. So I just wanted to go over real quick. I know sometimes it's easy or it's not as powerful to see things written down on the website, on who the schedule is, who the people are. However, if we chat a little bit about it, you might be able to get a sense of being really excited to tune in to listening to these amazing women that I've gathered. So the first being my friend Suzanne Mathis McQueen, and she is going to be going live at 12, so just in a half hour. So I'm going to try to rush through this so that we can get this done. Suzanne is an amazing woman, and she is the author of 4 Seasons in 4 Weeks. She's been talking to me about how by tracking our cycles, we are able to tap into our energy, to really be able to record and track what weeks how our energy is throughout our cycle, and what our activities that we can be doing to best support where we are in our cycle. Part of what she said to me is that she had a friend edit the book, and her friend is a very pragmatic person and is not into women's circles or goddess workshops or whatever, just very linear in thinking. And she edited her book, and what her friend said was that this tracking system is very, very accurate, and that she became curious just by reading and editing the book, but that it became very real to her how accurate it is. I got the book, and I'm going to tell you that it's a really well-written, beautifully illustrated. It's almost like a piece of artwork to me that has incredible information, and it's very easy to use too. It has an opportunity for you to go a little deeper and get to know about the history of things, and more in depth with each week. But you can also just kind of look through the book and have certain pages that give you a summary of, if you're in week 1 of your cycle, what you should, what would best support you to focus on. So she's going to be coming on then. So she's going to show us how tracking our cycle will help in the manifestation process. Tomorrow we will have Andrea Highland, and now I have known Andrea for quite a number of years, and it was really funny because back in 2008, I think it was, we actually went to seminary school. I don't know if you know, but I'm a reverend, and Andrea was in my class. And after we graduated, after all of that, we were kind of having these parallel adventures, and which is something that I spoke about in the my segment of the video about how important it is for us to have adventures. And so I took a road trip from Boston into Central America with my 2 kids and my husband. And, we had this really wild adventure. And parallel to that same summer, Andrea went touring with, I don't even know, it's like some boy band, and she really tapped into her youthfulness and really stepped outside what society kind of cornered her to be, right? And she just exploded after that in a good, amazing way. Now she is helping women to really heal their voice, through speaking and workshops, and she's just really a dynamic, fun person to hang out with. So I'm excited to have you check in on her. But she's going to talk to us about how kind of the difference between healthy community and toxic community, and how to really tap into a community that's going to support you. She's also going to be talking about activating your voice. Activating your voice as a manifestation of your authenticity. So I'm really looking forward to having you hang out with her. She's quite a powerhouse, really. Then on Tuesday at 3 p.m. Eastern, we're going to have Debbie Vermont. Debbie has been a mentor for me, a business and marketing mentor. And one of the things that I'll say about Debbie is that she's very grounded. And as you know, part of really living our authenticity is grounding our soul into this life and into this body and into this existence. And Debbie has a very pragmatic way and very, no nonsense kind of way. Very, very down to earth, very grounded, and yet the materials that she brings are very activational and very much about tuning into your soul. And when she comes on, which again will be Tuesday at 3 p.m., you will be able to sense that power that she has with her voice. She's very succinct in her teachings, and you can't, I don't know, for me it's like I can't help but be shifted and activated by her expansive nature, especially through her voice. So that'll be awesome. Okay, so then Wednesday, the 8th, we'll have my friend at 10 a.m., we'll have my friend Erica Rock. And if you are subscribed to my YouTube channel, Asha Ramakrishna, you will see that I did an interview with Erica on the Andara healing crystals. And it was really fun because it was a way for me personally to step outside my comfort zone and really kind of come into a more like groovy, out there, woo-woo-y part of who I am, which is, I'm very, I'm super grounded, but I also have this other part of me that's very like connected to the esoteric traditions, and it was cool for me to step outside my comfort zone. And the feedback that I got from that activation series that she did was that it brought a lot to people. And Erica is a person who is super dynamic. She's really a lot of fun, and she's so enthusiastic about, she's so enthusiastic, but also the enthusiasm is really backed by the effects and the results that she has seen by the work that she imparts on people, and that she actually uses it for herself. And what she's going to be talking to us about is the element of unifying both the essence of grace. So, I think when there's like no better word than grace. I think when you say grace, people may have different definitions or different hats that they put on it, but you get that energy of grace, like just really loving, highest vibration, creator kind of energy. And so anyway, she combines the element of grace with the element of her a method called the zone, which is really a method that allows you to stay in the present moment, to really be in presence. And so she'll tell us how combining those two is really what allows us to tap into our authenticity. And then on Wednesday at noon Eastern, they're going to be chatting with my friend Karen Curry, who is now, I believe, Karen Parker, because she just got married. And she is going to be talking to us about human design. And human design is a system. I guess you could call it astrological system because it's based on the time and day that you were born. And by having those details, it gives you strategies of ways in which to move about life. So if you've ever struggled with trying to make something happen, or you know, if you've ever had any struggles in your life, this system and the information that she's going to share may actually clarify some things for you in terms of, and she'll go over certain the different kinds of designs and the strategies that they best use in order to have the best outcomes, and to actually also to honor who you are. So if you know your strategy and you know your human design, then you're able to move about life in the way that's authentic to you, and it's not like pushed or forced. I know a lot of us have been taught to kind of like the just do it thing and just kind of move and charge away. And this is a little bit different, because for some of you that may be true and that may be very effective, but for others of you this may be the completely wrong thing for you to be doing. And so she'll go over that. Then on also Wednesday at 3 p.m. we'll have my friend Elvia Row. And Elvia comes to authenticity by a different way, and her way is through the angels. Some people are very drawn to this energy of angels, and she's the founder of Angels Teach, which is a system and a resource center for people who are interested and curious and want to explore kind of living with angels and what that means. And she utilizes her guidance through that archetype or that energy, angels, and she also trains people to be able to connect other people to their angels. She's quite an amazing person, and she's really going to talk about authenticity as you use your angels to guide you in this walk, and community as a way to really strengthen and support that authenticity and that communion with the angels. And then on Thursday at 3 p.m. I had my friend Susan LeClair, and Susan's also someone who went through seminary school with me. Susan is a powerhouse, but in a different kind of way. She is more of a quiet, humble person, and the wisdom that she imparts, she's one of those people that, man, when she talks, you better take some notes, because she's going to come out with some real remarkable truths that will blow your mind and will really kind of like almost shake you into the core of who you are. Susan's been a very supportive person for me. Talk about community. She's been a very supportive person through me as I've grown up in my motherhood, and she has a system called Divine Parenting, which is really about it's a system that can be used to think of how you parent your children, but it's really about parenting yourself. And so she is going to share with us how to be living in authenticity from these concepts of divine parenting, and the same goes for community. She's going to share how she sees communities that work and communities that don't work. Again, her wisdom is quite something. So highly recommend Thursday at 3 p.m. And then on Friday, I'm going to have Sean Driscoll, and I've actually taken Sean's program. She has a signature design your signature program or something like that, and where she takes like a concept that you have and makes it into a tangible process that you offer clients. But what she's going to be talking to us about is the 5 secrets to discovering your unique edge in business, the Secondly, she's going to talk about the keys to attracting more ideal clients and create community around your work and your mission. I mean, what's not to love about that? And then third, she's going to talk about how to easily spread your message, attract high visibility opportunities, and become a respected leader. And this may sound a little bit like it's, oh, that's kind of outside of what I thought this was going to be, because I thought this was going to be more soulful thing and, you know, really grounding into my authenticity and my authentic power and, you know, kind of getting community around me. But what I'm going to say is that in order for us to be authentic, you know, many of us have spent time in the spiritual, especially those of us who've been spiritual seekers, really opening up our heart center, really opening up our intuition, our connection to the divine, you know, coming from up here. And again, the energy has gone in this direction, right? And what we're needing to do now is to really ground the energy. All this work that we have been doing of expanding our heart, expanding our intuition, our connection, it's time for us to bring it down, to really bring it into existence. And part of what that means is to make sure that our work is in alignment with our spirit, with our soul, that we serve people who are right for us, that we move outside that comfort zone and really step into our leadership roles. It would be amazing if we had a planet of actual, you know, of actualized, awakened beings who actually walk their talk, or I should say walk their soul, walk their beliefs. If we can have more and more and more people be living their truth and sharing their truth with more people, I think that we would have a completely different monetary business system and in a different world. I mean, imagine if we could all talk about the business sector in a way that's like, you know, we're just like reverberating with enthusiasm and joy because we've created such an awesome system of doing business. And so I think this is very, very important work. And then on Friday at 12:30, we're going to have Tanya Peluso. And, you know, I got to say, I don't know Tanya as well as I know the other speakers, but there's something about her that really draws me to her. She has this level of authenticity and truth-telling that is remarkable, that is awe-inspiring, and that is very much a breath of fresh air. I have so enjoyed reading her blog posts and hearing the wisdom that she has to share. And she's going to talk to us about how to develop self-love and acceptance, and so that we stop judging ourselves. That would be awesome and nice, right? And she's also going to talk to us about how to really be in the present moment and kind of and shift our perspective into understanding that the dream life that we think we want to have is already here before us. Like, you wouldn't be yearning for it, you wouldn't be searching for it if it wasn't already in your vibration field. So she's going to talk to us of how to, like, kind of shift that a little bit. And third, she's going to talk to us about truth-telling. I love this because, you know, there's a lot of people who talk a lot about or express how they are honest. And sometimes in that honesty, we hurt people, right? So when our honesty hurts people, and it can be a little bit out of integrity. Now, there's information there, absolutely, but what I find is that most of the time when we're being honest, who we're really having to be honest to is ourselves. And most of the time, it has less to do with the other person and more to do with us. So I'm very curious how her angle is with this truth-telling and how to find the courage to speak our truth, but also be in integrity. So that is happening on Friday at 12:30 Eastern Time. And then at 3 p.m., you're coming back with me, and we're going to have a little bit of a wrap-up party. There were some topics that came up that I think I'm going to explore with you, which is fears and anxieties and overcoming disappointment. And I think that, you know, those things are important for us to kind of release and get a little process, so that it becomes a habit for us to not be living from our fears and anxieties, but to be living from a place of fully grounding, getting to know who we are, getting to know our soul, and really like embodying it in this life. I totally invite you to stick around for that 3 p.m. party with me, because I'm going to be giving away one free strategy session, which is worth $500. So I'd love for you to hang out with me during that hour. And yeah, that's it. So that's the lineup. I hope that was of service to you. And let me know if let me know how I can be of more service to you. Okay? So again, we're going to be having these, this summit's going to be running all week long. Check the schedule at Asha Stories /summit schedule, and you'll be able to see the entire schedule, and you'll also be able to see the times and the links for all the videos. Okay? Again, Asha Stories /summit schedule. All right? Talk to you soon. Bye.